All right, guys, what's up? What's up, guys? I wasn't gonna do a KT guide. If I'm being honest with you guys, I know that I'm behind, and I did not even want to do a Solarian or a Void Reaver guide. And then I looked at the logs to see how easy Void Reaver and Solarian are, and nobody's struggling with them. But then I saw the huge disparity in people not being able to kill KT. And I honestly didn't think KT was that hard, but at the same time, my guild's a little built different. And also, I guess we didn't get that bug you guys were talking about. Supposedly, there's a couple bugs on this fight that we're going to talk about, and I'm going to show you guys what my guild is going to be doing tomorrow, or something like that, whenever the next raid is, to handle these. So yeah, let's get it. Okay, starting off with how long this fight is. This is a fucking very long fight. This is 5 phases. This is a hectic fight, an ad fight, an AoE fight, a super dope fight. My favorite of all time, I think, literally. Currently bugged on live. Should be fixed tomorrow with the next lockout, hopefully. I don't know why Blizzard would let it go through, but at the same time, there's a lot of bug reports of this already, so I'm shocked that this even went through right now. Anyway, yeah, so good luck. All right, phase 1. Let's go over the phases real quick, obviously. Phase 1, fight the advisors 1 out of time. He's got 4 advisors. You got to fight each of them. Pow, pow, pow. Easy, easy. Phase 2 is a weapon phase. You're fighting some weapons. It's a big AoE phase, pretty much. Phase 3, you're fighting all the advisors again, but at the same time. That's when it gets like, that's the hectic. Phase 3, guys, is literally the hardest part of the fight. Phase 3 going into phase 4. I would say 3 and 4 combined, but phase 3 transitioning into phase 4 is just cancer. Phase 4, by the way, is Kael'thas himself. That's when you finally fight him. And phase 5 begins at 50% when Kael'thas is at 50%, and you're going to fight him again, except for he's super buffed up and put hands on people, and he's Super Saiyan. Let's start with the first phase, which is the advisors. You're going to fight one of these. Why? You're going to fight all 4 of these, but you're going to fight them one at a time. You're going to fight Thaladred first, and then you're going to fight Sanguinar, and then you're going to fight Capernian, and then you're going to fight Telonicus. Yeah, that guy. Anyway, you're going to fight. Each of them have their own abilities. They kind of act like a mage, a warrior. They're even wearing the tier, right? So they act like what they are, and then you fight them as is. It's pretty easy. They're not hard to handle alone. They're harder to handle by themselves. I mean, they're harder to handle when they're all grouped up, but not. Well, I got you, trust. Okay, the first one is Thaladred the Darkener. What he does is he just literally fixates on one person for like 9-ish seconds, and then he goes to another person, and he goes to another person. And he goes to another person, and that's it. But if he catches up to you, this dude will fucking mega slam you with his psychic blow shit. If he hits you, it does like more than half your, like 60% of your damage, and then throws you across the entire fucking room. You could be in the beginning of the room, and he catches you, and he hits you, and that shit will fly you to the back of the room. It's crazy. It's actually insane. And while you're thinking, oh, well, just kite him is very easy. Yes, it is very easy to kite him, but you never know when he turns. If you're right next to him, and if he's chasing me, and you're right next to him, and all of a sudden he's like, oh, I don't want to chase Crix anymore. I want to chase Devontae. And I'm gonna go. I don't know where Devontae came from. It's the first name that came to my mouth. But you'll look at Devontae and just one shot him. So you guys would make this is something where we don't even have the melee fight him at all. We just have the melee get the fuck away from him. One, he silences. That doesn't help the melee out much, but it doesn't hurt the melee much. That more like hurts the casters and shit. But this is not an issue because you're supposed to be at range. Second bow is not an issue because you're supposed to kite. Anyway. Oh, and I'll have a kiting path for you when we get to it too, don't worry. Lord Sanguinar, this guy's really easy as well. It's actually, I mean, this is the first advisor is the hardest advisor, I would say. The second advisor, this guy is just annoying. He just fears. That's it. Like he just fears. Like you grab him, right? They start up here. You can't see it. You'll see it when we go into it, but he starts up here. You fucking grab him here, and that's it. You can get LOS him if you want, but that's kind of, I'm not going to run him all the way down here to LOS him like the private server days because the fight's not nearly as hard as it used to be. You can put trimmer totems down, fear wards, yada yada. It's just, yeah, nothing really to talk about there. Now the annoying one is I wouldn't say annoying, but the different one is Grand Astromancer Capernian. Now, what she does is an arcane explosion, or otherwise known as arcane burst, which does a lot of damage and also knocks everybody back and then slows their movement by a shit ton for 8 seconds. Meaning, if a tank is up there up front tanking her, he will get knocked back and then slow, which means you don't use a tank. You actually use a warlock tank. Very easy. A warlock can be any spec as long as he takes off Blessing of Salvation. He gets misdirected, which helps a lot with threat, and pop your cooldowns and spam Searing Pain. That's all the warlock tanks need to do, and that's it. The only thing that I have to do with this guy is make sure the warlock tank. I'm the warlock tank. You'll see in this footage. I'm like 30 yards. I'm like 29, 30 yards, 31 yards. Everyone else in the entire raid is over 30 yards behind me, obviously. And then you're gonna have the warlock tank who can sit at 30, and you're gonna have a soaker. And a soaker, we use a tank. Either of our tanks. The other tanks sit about 15 yards away from the boss, and they're just soaking this conflag. If the conflag goes to me, if I'm the warlock tank and I'm the only one 30 yards, I will get conflagged. If I get conflagged, that means it's for 10 seconds. She stops. She does a lot of damage to me in 10 seconds. My health, pretty much. Stuns me for 10 seconds. And then also starts taking off on whoever else because it drops threat. So to counteract that, we have a tank, usually our main tank, one of the tanks, just sit there, 10, 15 yards in. He soaks all the conflags. I'm tanking, and we just nuke it down. All right, the next one's the Master Engineer Telonicus. Great, it's the engineer because guess what he has? Little toys he fucking throws at you. And it's annoying because it periodically stuns you for 4 seconds and it lasts 60 seconds. And the thing is, it can go back to back. I've been stunned 2 or 3 times in a row. Like, shit's crazy. Now, you can counteract this by literally just bringing a FAP. Bring a FAP. Obviously, it won't counteract the whole 60 seconds. You just wait until 15 seconds into the toy and then use a FAP. That's what I do. Just use a FAP. What happens is, I pop my cooldowns at the beginning, right? That second time they come up, I do not pop it my second time. I'll pop my cooldowns, but I don't pop my potion a second time just in case I need a FAP. Otherwise, that's up to you if you want to do that. I'm tanking Capernian, so I like to use my potion for a mana potion that I need to keep the threat up. But if I'm not doing that, then I'm definitely gonna use a FAP because it gives 60 seconds to 4 seconds stun. And just to let you know, you're getting ready to go into a very important phase right after he dies, right? Literally, the second he dies, you're going into the AoE phase. So you don't want to have this stun on you. This sucks, especially if you're a Warlock, if you're a Pumper Mage, if you're any of those AoE classes, just FAP it. I know it sucks to use a FAP, but would you rather use a FAP and get out of, what is a FAP, 30 seconds? Get out of this quicker and not worry about it? Or would you rather use a Destro Pot in between having this and all of a sudden this fucking, hits and then you're out of your cooldown? You see what I mean? You can see why it's bad. And the second thing he does is a bomb. So what he does, he throws a bomb at the tank or whoever whoever has the threat. So let's say I have the threat, the tank. I'm tanking, I'm a bear tank, and I'm tanking like a beast. What he does is he throws the bomb at my current location, right? And then I can just move out of it. So what happens is when I see the bomb go and it casts and you throw it, I'm moving, right? I'm moving fucking 2 feet over, 2 yards over, right? And as long as I move 2 yards over, that bomb will not land where I'm at. It'll land where I was. So that guy, the tank just kind of has him and bomb gets thrown, moves over here, bomb gets thrown, moves over here, so on and so forth. You just kite it. It's so easy. It's so stupid easy to dodge. I'm surprised people are even getting hit by these bombs. All right. Anyway. Woo! Got some information for you here today, boys. Okay, the weapon phase. Now, as you can see, this is the weapon phase. Weapons respawn. I actually, lore-wise, don't know where the fuck these weapons come from. Are they like the advisor's weapons? I'm not sure. Either way, you got to fight these weapons, okay? And just to make this super simple, don't pull threat. Save all your cooldowns for this phase, unless you're using a potion for the FAP, like I said. And you're going to AoE every single one of these down. You're going to gather all of these up, and you're going to AoE them down. Now, 2 things that I would like to say. A couple guides will tell you something different, and that's fine. You can do it their way if you want to play safe. You have an axe right here, where the fuck the axe is. Guides will tell you to kite them out, pull them out. You do not need to do that. You do not need to pull them out. What I suggest you do is you'll see us in the VOD do it. If you stack up all the ads here, all the ads, and then whatever tank is pulling the axe, have him pull it to the side, but still in AoE range, right? You want to still have it in AoE range. The problem is it whirlwinds. And if it whirlwinds, your melee is trying to AoE, you do damage, it's going to hit your melee, right? So you want to make sure that you want him out of whirlwind range of the melee so he won't melee the whirlwind, but still everybody be able to, does that make sense? Get in cleave range. You guys know what I mean. And then also, I would say, I forgot to say this, all these weapons, nuke the staff. I like to nuke the staff. We nuke the staff right away. Staff comes up. I'm dumping well into the staff. I'm putting like 50%. Some guilds choose to do the healing one because the healing can do an Holy Nova. They heal the weapons. Some do the staff. Some don't. I am assuming my guild's not gonna do any of that. We're just gonna nuke them down. So yeah, just make sure that you guys do that correctly. And also this ad over here, the bow, you're gonna AoE it as well, but you're gonna have a hunter. You don't have to use a hunter, but we use a hunter. Have a hunter kind of go. He's over here. The raid is right here, right? The raid's right here AoEing. Everybody in the raid's right here besides the tank fucking with this axe. We're AoEing everything down, right? After we handle whatever you want to nuke. And the hunter's over here. The reason why is the bow will do a multi-shot. The multi-shot will fucking hit at your raid and kill everybody. So don't do that. Just let it multi-shot the hunter facing destruction. Okay, let's go over the weapons now. Yeah, come on, guys. If you click this video, you know goddamn right that I was not going to be a short one. Okay, let's talk about the weapons. Okay, now, the weapon phase these are the weapons that you guys are going to destroy, right? These are what you're doing. You are simply going to nuke them down. Now, after you guys nuke them down, you can then pick them up and equip them. And it's fucking bonkers. Look at this staff. I'm a caster. Look at this. 325 spell damage. 75 crit rating. That's insane, dude. Look at this look at the healing. 30 MP5, 600 BH. That's insane. That's literally insane. This is important. The tank one's important. I got the other 3 shown on the other slide, but the tank's important because he can use this later to save his life. 40 def rating. It's crazy, right? So anyway, each role gets a different one. The healers will get the Cosmic Infuser. The caster will get the staff. Melee will get the Warp Slicer. The hunters get the bow and the blade. It's situational because you need to use the bow for damage, but you use the blade to get people out of mind control. We'll talk about that later. And tanks use the phase shift Bulwark. And you pretty much, guys, as soon as you guys kill these ads, pick them up, right? You're going to pick up the weapon and you're going to put it on, and then you're going to equip it. It has on use. All of them have an on use. So you're going to use not all of them, but most of them have on use. You're going to use that on use. Like this hunter one has a bow, an insane bow. The on use summons a bundle of nether spikes. You see what I mean? Each one has, not each one, but a lot of them have on uses. Anyway, Cosmic Infuser reduces damage taken. That's the healing one. Staff of Disintegration is the caster one. It protects from silences and stuns, which is a big deal for conflagrate from the third ad, right? Warp Slicer applies a heavy dot. Longbow debuffs the target with physical damage, as I said. Infinity Blow dispels mind control, the most important weapon. And Phase Bulwark, actually I'd place that and the staff are both very important. Phase Bulwark is 100k damage absorb, which you'll use to survive a fight. This is the other attacks. This is the melee axe, you know, Infinity Blade, yada, yada, yada. Carry on, my brothers. Just don't forget the web macro. Just make this easy, okay? Put this down, make a macro, put it on your bars, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever bar you want it on, right? And then press the button, right? Insert your weapon name, whatever weapon you're using, right? That's it. This just makes it so you automatically get it equipped and on, and when you press it again, it uses it. Just super easy, rather than going, oh shit, where's it at? Opening your bags and fumbling and trying to find a fucking legendary item in the video. Okay, so anyway, before we talk about the next phase, well, actually, we are going to talk about phase 3. But what I want to show you is where this guy dies. This is the first guy you kill, the guy you kite, right, from the beginning. I just want to show you where to put him before we go into where, because it's very important where you put these guys. Each of them die. This guy specifically, but yeah, you want him, TLDR, you want him to die down here, right? So what we do is we literally like, okay, so this is the raid. Obviously, imagine this being screwed up a little bit because he's over here. So as soon as he comes active, this is the raid. The raid's job, we want him to be dead down here. Now, obviously, it's not as easy as, oh, he's charging me and I go down here, right? Because it takes a little bit of time. It takes, for us, 2 people to be exact. 3 people, I think. So the first person goes here. So on pull, the fight starts. He's targeting Crix. I'm running over here. I'm fucking dipping. I'm way over here. By the time I get over here, he's going to stop. It's 9 seconds. It doesn't take that long to get there. He's going to stop and start chasing somebody else. So, oh shit, fight starts. I'm out of here. I'm fucking running over here. I'm running over here. I stop. Okay? The raid's working their way to be here. That's what this is. This is just the raid working their way down. After I get here, he's now going to change to somebody else. What that somebody else is going to do is going to finish this. Remember, we want him down here, right? He's going to finish the combo by leaving the raid. Say it's Jason who's getting fixated. Leaves the raid and just immediately goes here to get him to finish his route, right? And now we're trying to get him to finish route. Now his route's finished, right? Now the route's finished. Our raid is here. Jason is now here, right? Kind of getting away from him. Now this is so easy. Whoever gets fixated, simply run here. And then he's going to chase you over here. And then next fixate, over here. You see what I mean? Over here, over here, over here, over here. It's back and forth, back and forth. It's so easy. Now, but remember, I said it takes 2 to get there, so you're going to go 1 and then 2. You can't go straight across. Also, if you're kiting him, make sure never to have the raid between you. You don't want him running through the raid. He might fixate. 1, silence. 2, he might switch fixates randomly and fucking bop somebody. Just don't do that. So as soon as you see fix, you want to make sure that you're running out away from the raid, away from everybody. Your raid members are fucking doing damage and moving on so down here slowly to post up here. Okay, bring the rest of the guys here. Now, he's dead here. Your Warlock ad is going to die exactly where she lays. I am, as a Warlock, which you'll see in the footage, I am at the top of these stairs, and I'm spamming Shadow Burn or something, Searing Pain, all types of stuff, just so I can get any damage on her right away when she comes out. And then I'm pumping, right? And she's going to die right there. He's dead down here. The second guy dies right here. You're going to kite him, and he's going to do the little fear stuff. Remember, trimmers, totems, all that. Stop him here. Fear wards, trimmers, all that. He's dead here. Telonicus is going to get kited back and forth in this area, so your tank doesn't get hit by bombs, and he's going to die here. Okay. Okay. Now we're in phase 3. Okay. Now we're in phase 3. Now, where it gets interesting. Warlock. I'm doing my shit. You don't need to worry about threat being an issue here as a Warlock because nothing's here. Put a Doom on this guy. Start pumping Shadow Bolts right away. Incinerates whatever fucking spec you are. Do your damage. Okay. Range DPS. Your job is to kill this guy. This is the hardest part of the fight, in my opinion. Besides, I'm not going to count that bug in phase 4, guys, because it's not going to be here. I'm not going to count this being hard as a bug. This is hard, though. It looks as simple as having your range and your healers here and your Warlock here and your melee here. And you have 1 tank for this guy, 1 tank for this guy. He's doing his temple kite shit. We got trimmers and fear ward. You know, the simple stuff we've already talked about. You guys already know what you're doing here. I don't need to go over it again. The hard part is him. Yeah, he can choose a range to kite. Yeah, he can choose a healer kite. But what if he doesn't and he chooses the tanks? Or the Warlock tank? Or any of these melee? That's what you have to do. Everybody in this raid needs to know the route. Now, this is completely up to you. You can go to look at a future of his pathing route where it doesn't matter where he dies now. Where do you want him to go? You can have him go chase somebody here. Okay, switch up. Next person chases down here and then kind of sit down here back and forth, right? Or you can go chase up here right away. All right, whoever he's chasing, run up here. Boom, run up here. Whoever he's chasing next, run up here. And then run up here and run up here. The dangerous part of that is don't let your warlock get silenced. Don't go near your warlock. You also don't want him. I like to have him far away from over here. I like this. To be honest, I just like going like this. Just stay out of the way, bro. Just keep him down here a little bit until you kill him. Just run around until he's dead. It's like, yeah, I know it sucks, but like if you're having an issue and you're chain wiping because he's always doing melee, then fucking have your melee go over here too. It's not hard for your melee to go, or this tank, the furthest away from him. Okay, I'm fixating Varkings right away. I'm already over here, bro. I'm already coming down here or over here or anywhere, right? Your raid's moving around, so they're not in between them. It's the hard part of the phase, guys, but you can do it. I can't hold your hand, walk you through it. It's just, that's just all your guild. Just what I can suggest is finding a path for him away from your warlock tank. Down here is what I suggest. You can go up here, you can go wherever, just make a path. And once you kill him, the fight just drastically gets easier. The whole fucking phase gets easier. When he dies, just simply have your melee go on this guy, have the range kill the Capernian helping me out here, and then we all turn back on this guy and then this guy, and that's it. Yeah, just keep doing that, right? And that's the end of phase 3. Okay, so the thing about phase 3 that can be hard, this is where I would say it's more like a kind of like a DPS check a little bit, is because 3 minutes later, phase 4 will start. When phase 4 starts, it's at 3 minutes. It doesn't matter if you have all fucking 4 ads up or you have 0 up. You are going to have to kill them before you kill Kael'thas. I looked around some logs and some guilds didn't have any up. A lot of guilds have 1 up. Some guilds have 2 up. 2 is fine. 2 at full health is a little sus. But 1 full health, okay. 2 at half, fine. Easy. You got 2 at full health, a 3rd one, and Kael'thas coming out, you're in a little bit of trouble here, I think, right? So pretty much it's a DPS check. Make sure, like, the cleanliness, this is a hard phase, right? It's not a hard phase, but it's like one of the hardest phases. Transitioning into phase 4 is hard. And the thing about transitioning to phase 4 is you need those ads dead. Otherwise, it just makes the fight exponentially harder because you have 1 or 2 ads. You got Kael'thas doing Kael'thas shit. You got all his mechanics in phase 4 he's doing on top of the birds and the eggs. It's like a lot of shit to worry about. So do your best to get as many as you can. If you have 1 or 2 up, that's fine. Just push those 2 fast. Let's pretend those ads are dead. This is phase 4. This is what I want you to do. Is try to get in this position. It doesn't need to be way up here. It can be over here. It can be wherever you want it to be. But somewhere like this, right? You have the tank here. You have the melee doing melee, poke, poke, stab, stab over here. You have the tank over here. This tank is a prop paladin. You do not need a prop paladin, but it is better with a prop paladin because phoenixes are going to spawn 1 at a time. He's going to pick up this phoenix and fucking kite it back here. And then over here. And just get it away from everybody. Get it away from everybody, but no, everybody ignore this. It kills itself with hellfire. It has hellfire, so 5% of its health goes away every time. And eventually it'll kill itself, right? So 20 ticks of that, it goes away, it kills itself. Make sure when it dies, so when it dies, it turns into an egg, right? And everybody needs to nuke that egg. If you do not nuke the egg, you already figured out by now that the bird comes back to life. And then when another one spawns, you have 2 birds, and then 3, and then 4, so on and so forth. So make sure when he dies, when he's about to die, when he's like 10%, 50%, move him back close to range, in range of range, and you're screaming, fucking kill the egg! Kill the egg! Right? That's all you do. So phase 4 normally wouldn't be that hard. The issue is this bug you guys are talking about. I haven't seen it myself, but it sounds like there's a bug right now where he just drops a tank aggro. And I would like to tell you guys that I have some secret full-blown plug of how to fix that. I don't, because we didn't have that problem. But what I will say, what we plan on doing this week, because it is a problem, if it's not fixed by tomorrow's reset, is just simply having another tank or 2 and making sure all of your DPS are behind said 1, 2, or 3 tanks. That's what we're gonna do. I've heard of guilds doing it with 3 tanks to be safe. Now, the bad part about this is it sucks. You got DPS having to watch your DPS so they can stay behind the boss, which I don't think is that hard to do coming from a warlock's perspective, and I'm pretty threat heavy, right? So just stay behind both bosses. That's the only thing I can think of that can help with this phase out. But you know what? If you guys know anything in the comments, or say in the comments rather, if you guys have figured some other shit out, easier way to do this. This is the easiest way that I think. Remember, I'm not some big brain dude as much as you guys think I am. I'm not. And this is just what we're going to do for our guild. Bring it on into phase 5. So you guys are sitting here doing phase 4. Phase 4 is getting clapped out. You're doing the best job that you can possibly do in the whole world. Now, what's the phase 4 mechanics? Here's a couple of them. The main thing, I think, in phase 4 that's going to cause the most wipes is mind control. What mind control is, it increases damage done by 100%, movement speed by 50%, and healing done by 1,000%, and also makes them big as fuck. And you can tell, evidently, easily, that they are mind controlled. How many get mind controlled? I want to shoot off the top of my brain and say 3. Could be wrong. Could be 4. I'm not sure. It doesn't matter. There's 3. I think it's 3. But anyway, why I put Flame Strike here is because that's another ability he does. Not only that, but every time he flame, it looks exactly what you think it is. It's a Flame Strike. Like, move out of it. You see it coming way ahead of time, move out of it, and it also leaves a patch on the ground, so don't stand back in. It does a lot of damage. Anyway, more importantly, every single time like clockwork, after Flame Strike, he will mind control. Just know that he does it. Now, when people get mind controlled, then we have this fancy Infinity Blade. This is when I said all those abilities that help so much with all the fucking things, right? Infinity Blade. Chance on hit increases macro damage taken, blah, blah, and dispels Prince Kael'thas mind control when a melee ability lands. I've spoken to my melee guys and my hunters, and what they like to do is they will use, like, people get mind controlled, right? Then they'll go run up and wing clip, or they'll run up and do whatever they fucking need to do to get it out of it, and it procs it for them. Some other mechanics in this fight, which is actually kind of annoying and more, honestly, another DPS check is the shock barrier. So the shock barrier, it absorbs 80,000 damage. I'm not sure if that number is correct, right? And then he's immune to interrupt effects, right? And then afterwards, he does a pyroblast that will one-shot your tank unless you interrupt it pretty much. Now, you have to do as much damage to kill the shock barrier in order to interrupt the pyroblast. Now, the shield, the bulwark shield that a tank uses can absorb one of these hits, but not two of them. He never just does one, he does a couple of them. So you can use the shield to soak one. The reason, and you can think in your head, oh, it might be kind of easy. All you gotta do is do this. But the thing about that is you have mechanics you gotta worry about. You got phoenixes, remember, ignore them. They kill themselves and then nuke the egg when it spawns. You have 15 seconds to nuke this egg or it respawns. And the eggs are so primal. And to be honest, they're not always in range. You can make sure they are in range of the boss, obviously, but sometimes it just, guys, sometimes it gets hectic. You guys if you're watching this fight right now, you either didn't kill the boss or you're trying to, or something right now, right? Or you did, but barely. Like, you guys know, this is it can get hectic this back into this fight. This is why I'm making a long ass video about it. Don't know if it's helping at all, but anyway, destroy the barrier, interrupt the pyroblast, make sure the tank's using one of the shields for a pyroblast. Ignore the Phoenix, nuke the eggs. I would like to say that it's that easy, but it can't be hectic. It's going to take a few times to get it right, but you'll be able to get it. Lastly, he also fireballs, which is, a fireball, which you can interrupt as well. Just make sure you should interrupt it. Just make sure you have interrupts for the goddamn pyroblast. And lastly is Arcane Disruption, which causes an arcane explosion and disorients all targets. You also do that randomly too. All right, that's it for phase 4. Let's go over phase 5 real quick. At phase 5, he will move to the middle of the room and he will get fucking huge. Some things about this phase, he no longer MCs, thank God. Now, what he does here is something called Gravity Lapse, where first he will summon every fucking person in the raid to him, and he'll Gravity Lapse, which throws everybody up in the air super, super, super high, right? Harmless, except for when, Gravity Lapse ends in 30 seconds or whatever, and you fall to your death. So make sure that you are 1, not super high in the air, 2, not standing by anything that has a cloud, because the nether clouds reduce your maximum health by 10% if you touch them, stacks up to 9 times. And then, of course, the nether beam chains. So you want to get in the air, go down to the ground. Okay, so you don't want to go too low to the ground because it just throws you back in the air. You don't want to go too high in the air because you'll die when you land. So you want to get the nice little middle ground, right? And also avoid clouds. Don't stand by each other. Phase 5, I think, is actually one of the easiest phases, to be honest. But yeah, just do that. If you're just doing this, Gravity Lapse, literally spread out. Don't touch the clouds. Get low enough to the ground so you don't die from fall damage and pump the boss. At phase 5, we ignore all phoenixes as well. I should have put that on here so you could see it. So I'll say it louder. Phase 5, we ignore all phoenixes. Anyway. Well, guys, that's it. So now your favorite part, the footage. Okay, so starting off, you're going to see exactly right here. As soon as we pull him, we're getting ready to hop in that direction. Watch exactly what the raid does right here. This is on prog kill. We're going to pull him. Give it a couple seconds. We put the Viper traps down. So if you guys don't notice that, I forgot to say it, but we also put Viper traps down because he will target a Viper. He can target one of the Vipers as well. So we have the Hunters put some Viper traps down. It's rivals. He's chasing Adagar. Adagar's already running out. Adagar's already far away right now. Adagar's already out there, I think. Oh, he's right there. He's running. There's Adagar. That's who he's chasing. Okay. Now he's going to switch his gaze in a couple seconds. Notice he only made it to here because of the Viper stings. Now he's going to switch his gaze. Rouse has it. Rouse is what's marked as skull. So he's already running over here. He's waiting to see him. Look. Boom. He's in it. Remember, our goal is to try to angle him down to over here more, right? Okay. Watch him. We're trying to get here. The raid's moving in the middle. Right here. Now the raid wants to get in their spot right here. Now he's going to switch targets. He switched targets to a pet, which is fine. Now he's on me. Perfect. I'm going to run down. Beautiful. Beautiful. You want to make sure the raid doesn't get hit in the middle. He's chasing me. He's on a pet now. He's no longer on me. Oh, he's back to me now. There, you see it. You get it. And now he's down here, and you want him to die down here. You're just going to keep going back and forth, right? Back and forth until he dies down here. And then this guy dies in the perfect spot. So, anyway, keep on pushing. The next one. Okay. Now he's coming out. Lord Sanguinar. where we'd like to put him over here, and that's it. We camp him right here. Watch what we do. It's pretty easy. There's literally nothing you gotta worry about. Fear. The Varkings is tanking him right now. He is fear warded. We have fear wards on rotation for him. We have trimmers down for every group, and we just sit and pump this guy until he's dead. That's it. All right, pretty simple. So the next guy, you're gonna do the same. Oh, the next guy's me. All right, next up is me. I'm gonna get on top of the stairs right now. I'm misdirected. You saw me click off Blessing of Salvation, and I'm going to spam Searing Pain. I'm gonna spam Searing Pain like I've never spammed it before. Now I'm spamming my trinket. Trinkets pop. I'm blasting Searing Pain. Just make sure. Yeah, I mean, you can cycle back and forth from Shadow Bolts and stuff, or incinerate. And if you're Fire Destro, you can incinerate the whole time. But if you're Shadow Destro, just watch your threat. Just make sure you're above threat, then weave in some Shadow Bolts for some more damage, right? You know. Not in a hurry to kill it. It's pretty easy. Notice the tank's standing right here for conflag. These guys are both, they're all tanks, so they're both here for conflags. I'm here. Just everyone's behind me besides the conflag soakers. You know, nothing too crazy here, man. Lastly, the advisors, the Telonicus. Oh, that's right.
Telonicus.
I forgot. So yeah, look out now. Watch how the tank's hiding him. He throws a bomb. Look, bomb. He moved. That's it. He's casting a bomb. The tank moves, and it's going in his previous spot. This is the tank nerfed me. Look how much damage he's taking. He's literally taking no damage. You can see target to target too. He's literally taking no damage from these bombs. No damage from these bombs. It's no. You shouldn't be taking any. Nobody should be taking damage from these bombs. He throws it at the location that you were when he threw it. So as long as you were not in that location, you win. All right, easy enough. Now let's go to weapon phase. Make sure at this point you gave your Warlock tank salve back. All right, we mark up Skull because we like to nuke Skull. Like I said, we kind of do some damage into Skull before we end up nuking everything else down. We have our Hunter, you see over here. Hunter is tanking the ad over here, right here. So he's not multi-shotting anybody. He's only multi-shotting the Hunter. And we're going to nuke down Skull, right? As you see me nuking Skull down. And then we're going to spam Seed of Corruption. I was trying to see if I can get a soul shard from those guys, but I can't. And you're spamming AoE. You just AoE the rest of us down. Nothing too crazy here. After you AoE it, pick up your weapon and get into your positions for phase 3. All right, looks like we finished that phase. Now it's phase, the good phase. In your position, I'm going to put your Warlock tank right here where I'm standing exactly right now so he can easily be able to pick him up. My new staff is on. You see everybody picking it up. Not only is my new staff on, I have it down here at the macro, like I said, right here. And now I have the buff on. This is the buff that protects me personally from getting conflagged, okay? Well, my party as well, but anybody might think. It's very important for me, not as important for everybody else. If you, I hope I turn the camera around soon. He's reviving everybody. We get a little buggy here. So this is the bug that we've noticed. Like right now, I should have aggro immediately right now. I don't know why I don't. I didn't get misdirected by him. I don't know why he has aggro. He's super ranged. He is so far ranged. He's way over here. Look at this. No idea. So this is the bug that this is another bug that we're about. But obviously, as long as whoever this is bugged out on, right, doesn't touch him, you're fine. Like, it's okay. Just keep spamming shit and hopefully you'll get it back in time. He wasn't doing any damage to him. He wasn't doing anything. Also, he's a hunter. He could have feint deathed it too. Yeah, he feint deathed it. I should have. And in that situation, I could have been like, hey, feint death. I guess he didn't know he had it, but yeah, eventually I get aggro back and we're good. I don't know what that was. I think at this point, nobody's even attacking him, bro. Look, it's just, this is just a bug. I don't know. But this, we have a shit ton of pulls on a PTR, on our own PTR and the Blizzard PTR, and we actually wiped a couple times on Prog too. And this is the only time I've seen this issue. So hopefully it didn't happen to you guys. Anyway, establish aggro and start pumping. On this phase, no one's attacking right now because you see how everybody is over here. Everyone's kiting this guy right now. This is the hardest part of this phase. This is the hardest part of the whole thing. Is this guy right here. Now, as long as he doesn't target me, I'm good. He's running this way. You got to keep kiting him, like I said. Just keep kiting him. Meanwhile, Warlock's just spamming doing this. He doesn't even know about threat because no one's on him. Now this guy's dead. Had the range on him, had the melee on the other guys, and finish this up. And afterwards, your Warlock tank and everybody else will switch to the other two and nuke them down as well. Like I said, this is one of those things where I like my cooldowns. I like everything being blown here because we have Lust Pop right now. This is a very serious phase. You need to get these ads down. You do not want to go into phase 4 with 2 or 3 ads up. 2 ads, I guess. Oh, right here you see me get conflagged, but it's not doing anything because I had the buff. You see that? I had the buff. I'm getting conflagged right now still. It's not stunning me. It's still doing damage, but it's not stunning me or anything because I had that buff. Warlock, make sure you're careful with life taps here. If you're sitting kind of low, I'm low, but I'm too scared to life tap. Don't worry about it. Who cares? You're on threat. Now everybody else switch to these 2. Now, once again, you can still get toyed with this guy. The guy still throws. They have the exact same mechanics. All right. He's still throwing bombs. The tank is still dodging the bombs. He still is throwing more bombs. The tank's dodging bombs. He's throwing toys. People are handling the toys however they want to handle it. This guy's still fearing. We still have fear wards on the tank and trimmer totems everywhere for everybody. Done. All right, now you're going to have Kael'thas coming out. Right now, Kael'thas came out with this ad almost dead, which is fine. Send your main tank over there. You guys finish this ad. Nothing you need to worry about. As soon as this ad is dead, move your entire raid right here and get ready to pump. Flame Strike, our first Flame Strike of the match. Get out of it. Literally, if you get hit by a Flame Strike, delete your character. Notice the ground. I had the graphic settings kind of low. But notice the ground, all Flame Strike leaves a little thing too. Don't stand in it. All right, there's the first mind controls. Unfortunately, I am not someone who gets out of mind control. What you will see someone, this guy has mind control for 30 seconds, 27 more seconds. Yes, we can fear him. Yes, you should CC them, right? But, or just walk up and stab them. You see how he said MC on me free? He immediately got stabbed. Now he's going over here to stab him. Dude got stabbed. He's no longer MC'd. That's all you do for MC phase. Now, like I said, that happens after every Flame Strike, all right? You see the Phoenix is right here getting kited, tanked around. We're all just standing here pumping the boss. There's nothing to worry about. Boom, I'm MC'd. Now let's see if we can catch who comes up and un-MCs me. Oh, looks like Minko's coming. Minko. Boom, stab. See what I mean? He came up, stabbed me. I'm no longer MC. That easy, boys. Wing clip. Let me pull up my... While I'm recording, I'm going to pull up his thing. One thing, and see what he said he did. He said, just because I don't play this, I asked him. I said, yo, what do you guys do for the staff? And he said, anything that is an attack with an ability that is low to no damage hits, like a disengage, a wing clip, a hamstring, a shiv, or whatever. So anything that's kind of cheap, not going to be mana efficient, or not going to be mana rage efficient, just go ahead and do it. And that's it. That kind of is phase 4, right? You're going to see it coming up. Here's the first one. There's a Flame Strike. What's after Flame Strike immediately? Fucking MCs, baby. MCs. Not only MCs, but at the same time, we got an egg. And this is where I said it gets hectic. The egg is around. Where he's screaming out, egg, 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 egg. We're all fucking are turning around and we're nuking the shit out of this egg right now. Meanwhile, in the meantime, we have a shock barrier that just went up. Boom. Shock barrier's up. New Phoenix. Shock barrier's up. We have a Flame Strike happening soon. And then another MC. You can see how this gets hectic. Shock barrier's up. We are pumped. We're trying. There's Pyroblast with the shock barrier. Okay. We need to get rid of this shock barrier. So when he Pyroblast whoever, which looks like it's going to be a rogue, he's not Nicky Night-Nighted. Okay. You want to be able to interrupt that. Okay. Shock barrier is down. We do not get the interrupt off. He blasted on somebody. He did absolutely no damage. Oh, I think the tank absorbed it. More MCs are out. More MCs are getting poked. Phoenix is getting kited through the raid, which is a bad idea, but it's okay. Everybody move out of the way because of the Hellfire you see it doing. It loses 5%. It's getting kited way out of the way. Now we're back onto the boss. We're pumping the boss down. All right, now it's just this until phase 5, guys, which is 50% health, okay? That's it. Blow all your cooldowns whenever they come back up and full pump into this boss. Nuke the shock barrier. Get the MCs out by pokey, the stabby them. I mean, interrupt the Pyroblast. You can interrupt the Fireball with anything extra. Nuke these. Egg. Nuke it. Nuke this motherfucking egg. See what I mean? I'll see you guys on phase 5. For those wondering, we do not kill Phoenixes. We kill the eggs. We just let them kill themselves. We don't worry about anything. We don't worry about any extra damage does or anything else. We just completely ignore them. All right, now we notice that 50% is coming up soon. This is when you want to push him. This is when we like to push. We have one Phoenix almost dead. He's at 53%. We got a Pyroblast going off. We're going to kick that. As soon as we kick that, we're going to fucking finish him up right here. Finish him off. As soon as he's finished off, he's go to the middle like this. See that? Finish this Phoenix off. Finish whatever Phoenix and eggs you have up because you have a little bit of RP right here. Nuke that egg down. Nuke these Phoenixes down. Dude's getting taken up in the air. And guys, phase 5, you made it out of the hard phase. I mean, yeah, you made it out of the hard phase. And now actually we like to literally say when we're in this phase that it's a kill. Like the fight's over at this point. But you know, you still can mess up, bro. So MCs are still happening for a little bit. They're going to stop happening when he does come down here, though. They're going to happen right here periodically. Same with the flame patch. They will stop happening when he touches or, you know, comes. Yeah, right here. Thank you. Floats down, comes down, touches the ground. Whatever this big, juicy, Super Saiyan looking guide is doing, okay? So now it's the same thing as the previous phase, minus the mind control. Notice Flame Strike, no mind control afterwards. Gravity Lapse, the first case of it. Guess what? Boom! It's going to throw everybody up in the air hella high. And the first thing you're going to see any of us do is I like to find the ground right away. Immediately stop what I'm doing. I use my instant cast as I'm going down. Now, notice that if there is an egg here from Phoenixes, to kill the egg. We do stop and kill the egg. Now, what I will say is you want to, remember I said the nether, what are they called? Nether beams and the nether clouds. These are nether clouds right here. Don't be by them. And the nether beams, just chains. Don't be by people. You can see the beams. If you look at the boss, you can see the beams beaming people because they're too close. Just don't be too close. Do what we're doing. We're not too close to the ground because you get thrown back up in the air. Your DPS does not matter at this point. Just survive. Right? Just survive. Get to the ground to a nice little safe spot. Gravity ends in 2 seconds. Let me touch my precious feet on the ground, and then we'll walk back out and we'll nuke the boss down. Guys, that's the end of the fight. Phoenix comes. We're completely ignoring the Phoenix. Kael'thas at 30%, something like that. And we're just going to pump down Kael'thas until the end of the fight. I'm going to speed this up, guys, and let you... actually, I'm not going to speed it up. It's already a long-ass video, so guess what? Enjoy the rest of the video, my dudes. And I guess... for raid guides, I'm not going to do a Solarian and VR one, but I guess you won't see any more raid guides until Black Temple and Mount Hydro PTR. Time for some Warlock vids. Peace. Actually, you know what? Any kind of general, if you made it this far in the video, because there's no more explaining what to do. Any videos, TBC, not Warlock related, like, you know, TBC related stuff, raid stuff, any kind of TBC related videos that you guys would like done, give me some ideas. I'm down to do as many videos as you guys want. Just give me some ideas of what you guys want outside of Warlock videos. Until the next time, boys. Good luck out there. Peace.